What's up, guys? More Medic 1 here, and today we have an HT 131 on the bench. It is the extendable pole pruner, and the issue is we're not lubricating the bar as the machine is running. We have got absolutely nothing coming out of the oil pump orifice here. So we're gonna tear this thing down and figure out what's going on. We probably have a bad pump, or possibly bad worm gear, or it could be even inside the tank. We have some hoses that could have come off, or even the filter be completely clogged. So that we're not fighting this big old huge long pole saw, I'm just going to take the head of this off. Real simple. Usually only takes about one screw, and you can just slide the whole cutter head right off. I'm going to go ahead and empty out the reservoir here. Just let it all drain out. All right, let's go ahead and pop this reservoir off of here. This is a pretty simple design. Once we get this opened up, we'll be able to see just about everything going on inside of here. First thing I like to do is make sure that my tank vent is not clogged up. You can just take you a piece of Tygon, or in this case some Stihl fuel line, and put it on there and put your mouth on the hose and suck and blow and see if you're free there. And here we have the screen that I was talking about, or the filter, and as we can tell, it's not too terribly bad. But let's go ahead and take the intake pipe out of here. You're going to take a small screwdriver and just push up here to dislodge its holder, and then come in here and we're going to just pull it out of the way, and that will gain us access to the pump itself here. To remove the pump, they actually thread the end of the pump for you. So all you have to do is put a screw in here, and with your pair of needle nose, you should be able to come in here and cam this and pull this out. And they are tough sometimes. I'm gonna have to use my nut method. I put a nut right here, and then it pushes against the body here and pulls it out. Alrighty, so my setup kind of looks like this. It's just a, I think it's a 3mm screw, I think 4mm screw by 1.0 or 1.25. I can't remember the pitch on the threads, but you just thread it down into the pump till it stops. Give it just a little bit of tightening, and then you take your wrench, if I can find it, your 8mm, and you just start tightening the screw or the nut. Now the screw will keep turning until it bottoms out, and that's totally okay. may just do it like this for the sake of time. But as you can tell, it's pulling that pump right out. Getting close to the end, I can feel it. And there we go. Just inspect the gear. Pretty clogged up there. Alrighty, so the way that this, not a fuel pump, this oil pump works is, remember the little rubber grommet we took off? Look at all the junk down in there, and it had this intake channel completely blocked with sawdust and crap. And the reason that happens is because the sawdust will get around the fill cap, and nobody will take a rag and wipe off the tank and around the cap before they take it off. And that super fine dust will go right past these little louvers in this little screen. This is not a catch-all. It won't catch everything, but it keeps the bulk out. So you've got your screen, it's down in the oil reserve. The oil is all around the screen, and when this is pushed over the pump, this orifice or this passageway in here sits on the pump just like that, and this is all up into the gear case. And whenever this is spinning, you can see the little paddle down in there. It sucks the oil up here to here, and it compresses and sends the oil out through the orifice or the passageway here up to your discharge hole here. Now what I like to do is just back flush this passage here. You can just stick a WD-40 straw in there, and we're going to pull the trigger on the WD-40 and just see where it comes out. It should come out free and clear where the oil pump is. I keep trying to call it a fuel pump. So we know we're good and free at this point here. Take your oil pump, and we're going to give it a good blasting. I'm going to put this old one back in here. If this old one won't pump, then we'll have to order one, but I just think it's clogged up. So when you go to put this pump back in, there's no witness marks, there's no grooves for it to set in. You just got to do it by hand. So what you want to do, I like to just get the pump face up like that and just make sure that it's going in from at a right angle from straight up. So that needs to go in the gear case perfectly perpendicular from this straight edge right here. Just make sure that your pump is lined up. Just take you a little ball peen and tap this screw. And just tap, not hit hard, just tap until it stops. You'll feel it because it'll make a dead thud sound. Hear that difference in sound? Now we'll just unscrew the screw. Install your freshly cleaned intake gasket or elbow. Just making sure that everything looks good. I've got a little bit of a wrinkle in it right there. Needs to go in there a little bit better than that. Careful not to puncture anything with your screwdriver. Yeah, it's not in there correctly, so we got to go in there perfectly. This is where a lot of people screw up. It's got to be in there right. All right, there we got it. It's pushed over the oil pump perfectly. So now we just need to install the screen. There's two ways it could go. You want to be sure you install the open end down in here. So lastly, I'm going to brake clean the reservoir cover really well. Make sure that the gasket's not compromised in any way, because you can reuse it. You can put a little Durco around here if you feel that it's leaking, or the correct thing to do would be just to replace the O-ring. All right, nice and clean. Oops, got just a little bit of junk right there. I want this thing 100%. All righty, we're gonna go ahead and button her back together here. Alrighty guys, we got it put back together. Man, my bench, it's a lot going on over here, buddy, let me tell you. And I apologize for the mess. But you can actually use the wrench that you take it apart with. Will fit the little spline in the end of the shaft here. So let's do a bench test and see if we have any flow now. Oh yeah. And keep in mind that this wrench is not spinning near as fast as the engine would spin. Heck yeah, buddy. Working like a champ. Alrighty guys, we got that little gear case going and it's oiling like mad. So we got a good repair. Didn't need any parts, it just needed to be cleaned. Hey, if this content helped you out, please give me a subscribe button, and while you're there, click that bell to get all my new videos. Y'all have a great rest of your day. More Medic One.